Hello? 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 What's up, guys? Welcome. How's everybody doing? Let's see who we got in here. Captain Bailey, Brutal Enough, Panhandle Piper. How you guys doing? Originally I wanted to talk about a book that I've read. It's kind of interesting. But before the stream, I was kind of just flipping through it to refresh myself on it. And I realized that would be a really boring stream. And it's not even really a book that I would recommend people read. So I changed my mind. We'll just hang out. I can talk about it a little bit, I guess, but let me know, guys, if it starts buffering. It's saying that I was dropping frames, so it's storming here, so that might be why. I don't know. This is the book, Covert War Against Rock. It is kind of interesting. The problem is the writer doesn't really present any solid evidence for any of his speculation. It's mostly just speculation. But a lot of it is about, well, it's mainly about the deaths of different rock stars and rappers, and he kind of speculates that the CIA and the mafia was involved in all of them. And I mean, there probably is a lot of truth to it, and it's definitely believable, but he doesn't really have any solid evidence. It's a pretty short book. It's like probably 200 pages or something. It's what you don't know about the deaths of Jim Morrison, Tupac Shakur, Michael Hutchence, Brian Jones, Jimi Hendrix, Phil Ochs, Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, John Lennon, the Notorious B.I.G. Back when these guys were all around, musicians were kind of the culture setters. It's not the case anymore, but now it's the internet, really. But back then they had a much bigger influence on the culture. So it's understandable why the CIA might have something to do with their deaths. He does present evidence that a lot of them were under surveillance, which definitely makes sense. Is the stream going all right for you guys? Is it buffering? Because it's still saying I'm losing some frames. Somebody let me know. I'll keep going though. And there's definitely a mafia connection to excuse me. There's definitely a mafia connection to the CIA and to the music industry. And one of the things that this guy talks about is all of their managers and how they were really kind of more like handlers, and controlling them and controlling who they talk to, and like in Jimi Hendrix's case, supplying him with drugs that he overdosed on. And then the other thing with the music, and some of this stuff isn't really what he talks about in this book. I'm just kind of just rapping about it. But another thing with the music industry is a lot of these artists, especially back when all of these guys were around, they had death clauses in their contracts. So basically, like, if they die, the record company makes more money off of them. And of course, it also increases their popularity when they die. And a lot of them have or had, unreleased music that the record company holds and can release and get all of the money for. And now we have things like Tupac holograms doing concerts, which is just a whole other creepy, weird, demonic thing. What's up, League? How you doing, man? Good to see you. So yeah, I mean, this book is good, but it's not, I don't know. It's not like a smoking gun on anything, really. But yeah. When some artist dies, all of a sudden, all old albums become available that are unobtainable usually. Oh yeah, I mean, they make a huge profit off their deaths. I think he does talk about that a little bit in here. And one thing he says in the foreword that I can actually vouch for from personal experience, I'll read it real quick. The corporate media harbors hundreds of CIA propagandists and fawning loyalists who find revelations concerning domestic political assassinations inconvenient and stroll by with little comment. The central revelation of this volume is the fact that the agency and organized crime have, for over 30 years, I think this came out in the 90s. Hold on, let me see. 2000. So now we're at more like 50 years. Where was I? Just got done with a video on Rumble. What's up, Greg? I'll check that out later. Mafia ties, Dean Martin, Jimmy Rogers. Oh yeah, Frank Sinatra. Yeah, for sure. All right, where was I? For over 30 years, engaged in a program to silence popular musicians whose influence subverts the cynical thought control tactics of the American government and media. There exists within both worlds a rigidly, quote-unquote, conservative infrastructure that has little regard for human rights. I'd argue that it's more liberal infrastructure, but yeah. This infrastructure has contributed to the rise of every fascist regime in the third world It has overthrown many democratically elected leaders and favors death squad rule. Blah, 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 blah. But as far as the CIA involved in corporate media, I know from personal experience that that's true. I was told that Ice-T made claims that agencies approached him. Yeah, probably. So growing up, both of my parents worked in television news. And I grew up in Washington, D.C. I knew people that worked for the CIA. And my parents knew people that worked for the news that worked for the CIA. There was a Senate hearing about it. So if you look it up on Wikipedia, they say that it's like a conspiracy theory or something. But there's declassified documents and Senate hearings that say otherwise. German agencies were heavily involved in production of far-right skinhead music. Oh yeah, they do honey traps and try to get honey pots, whatever you want to call it. They do that here too. All of the nationalist groups and neo-Nazi groups and anti-government militia groups, they're all feds. They're all started by feds, and generally the majority of their membership are feds or federal informants, which is basically the same thing. What's that? Had a brain fart on the name of the CIA project. Project. Let's see. Operation Mockingbird. That's what it is. Oops. There we go. Hey, why is it not showing chat? Let's do this. All right. Operation Mockingbird is an alleged large-scale program of the United States CIA. And it's not alleged. It's proven to be real. This is why Wikipedia is not a good source for anything. Where'd I go? There we go. I meant on the screen, Greg. Should have showed it on the screen. Coast to Coast AM and Art Bell are my go-to. Lots of true things said on there. Yeah. Lots of goofy nonsense said on there too, though. But I like Art. I liked Art Bell. Yeah, so I don't know if I can really recommend that book. It's good, but it's nothing really. No big smoking gun. Get rid of this. I do recommend this book though. This is a good book. Yeah, so that's all I got on the war, the covert war on rock. I just saw, I only watched a little bit of it, but I just realized the music hasn't even been playing this whole time. I just saw a little bit of, they just posted it. Nick Fuentes went on Tucker Carlson. And it was really weird interview. It's really boring. What's up, Slinger? How you doing, dude? I had to start a different live because I was losing frames. I think it's storming, so. But yeah, Nick Fuentes on Tucker Carlson. It was. I didn't watch the whole thing. It was really boring, but there's some really goofy stuff. They were accusing each other of being feds, and Tucker Carlson was acting real creepy. Nick can get funny. I don't know. I think Nick's controlled opposition and a little homosexual. Yeah, he says some things that are correct, but I don't know. He is a gay. Yeah, for sure. And he's Mexican, too. Let's see. We'll watch like 2 minutes of it. Anyone following the meteor asteroid craze? No, I haven't. Someone mentioned something about that in my last stream, but I forgot to look it up. All right. Good. They have chapters.
Target. I'm not going after MTG.
So I would give them all this and say, yeah, that's not adding up. And they would say, yeah, well, you know, you really just can't talk about
Target. I'm not going after MTG, who's like the most sincere like, why not go after Ted Cruz? I don't understand.
Well, again, with Marjorie, I was a friend of hers, and she spoke at my conference, and then the day after, she pretended like she didn't know me. And that was in 2022.
But it's a continuum. Like you said yourself, you showed up in college, like one set of views, they evolve as you interact with reality, as the reality itself changes, as like you learn things, you grow, like whatever, people change.
Well, and look, now that everyone agrees with me, I will graciously forgive them for being
But why
so
make
hostile.
it personal? Like, who cares?
It's not personal for me. Like with Marjorie, if she wanted to, be aligned or whatever, I would totally be on board with her.
But where do you disagree with her?
I don't know, because I don't know what her new views are. She's really only come around on Israel this year, and I've been talking about this issue for 10 years. And
right, okay, all right, you win. But like,
no, but it's not. But it's not like that. It's just, it's a little. It feels like BS to me that, and I said this on Twitter the other day. It's like got treated like I didn't exist.
Right, I get it.
And canceled for 10 years for saying these things. And that's really where all this drama comes from. A time when there was this intense censorship and nobody was on board with this stuff. Like, again, Marjorie, she fired one of my people was working in her office. She fired that guy because someone found out that a Groyper was working in her office. And, you know, that guy got his life ruined. And she pretended like she didn't know me and lied and said, I had no idea the conference I was speaking at. She knew exactly what it was. And that's fine. But now that she's on the same page, there's like this expectation like, okay, well, you know, why did you have a problem with her in the past? It's like, because she was on the other team in the past.
Yeah, well, so was everybody.
Yeah,
I mean,
so now
so are you.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
so what? I mean, what? Why not? You want? It's got to be bigger than just like us, right? And it's not. I don't think. Well, I'll speak for myself. I don't feel like I'm at war with the neocons or Israel. It's much bigger than that. It's like you want to restore America to a place where your grandchildren would enjoy growing up. That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and as far as Marjorie,
So it's not who cares. Don't, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Okay, lots of people hurt my. If Dave Rubin called me tonight, which he would never do, though he has my cell.
Though he has my cell. Why does a homosexual have your cell phone number? And why the fuck would you say it like that? Weird. So weird. That was one of the reasons that I, for a long time, didn't really like Charlie Kirk. I didn't dislike him, but he went on Dave Rubin's show and said that he thinks it's great that him and his husband can get married and adopt children. He said, oh yeah, that's great. I think you should be allowed to do that. No, you shouldn't. It's, first of all, it's completely changing the definition of marriage. And then allowing them to, being okay with them adopting children. It's sick. Not only are those children going to be growing up in a weird, confusing home life, there's also an extremely high rate of abuse in those situations. Extremely high rate. And I mean, of course, it happens in heterosexual couple adoptions as well, but it's not nearly as prolific. But yeah, that was so weird the way he said that. Let me go back.
Myself, I don't feel like I'm at war with the neocons or Israel. It's much bigger than that. It's like you want to restore America to a place where your grandchildren would enjoy growing up. That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and as far as Marjorie,
so it's not who cares. Don't, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Okay, lots of people hurt my. If Dave Rubin called me tonight, which he would never do, though he has my cell, and said, I'm really sorry I called you Hitler. Like, I didn't mean it. You're raising lots of legitimate questions, which I think I sort of agree with or am thinking about in a deeper way. I'd be like, great.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
And look, Tucker, that's why I'm.
That's true, Greg. He said Charlie was in a constant state of growth. He was young. He was too young to be doing what he was doing. Yeah, that's why I said that's how I used to feel. He was, slowly realizing that he should change some of his views. Dirty Muffler. Fist becomes a verb. How you doing, Dirty Muffler? Welcome.
Sitting here, you know?
Right.
I mean, because we had a contentious dialogue.
Well, I
for
thought
a
you
long
were
time.
a Fed. I was
Yeah, and I thought you were a Fed.
I was a Fed.
Yeah.
I'm not a Fed. But whatever.
Why did he
We show
say?
each other badges, we know well.
No, but I thought you were a Fed because
Why are they so weird? So weird. Awkward. And boring.
I was like, why not? It's not cucking to say you're not talking
Can't cuck the tuck.
about all Jews when you oppose a foreign policy position. It's not. There's nothing liberal about that. It's just true. That's the Christian position. Okay. And two, why are you attacking like the best people and not the worst people?
Well, yeah, I mean, again, he disavowed me for my views on Israel and said I talk too much about white people and Christianity. And to me,
Right.
that's like a sincere ideological
Nick's not white, he's Mexican.
disagreement.
it.
And, you know, same thing with Marjorie. Marjorie fired my guy. She disavowed.
Fired my guy. Do you guys know who his guy was that worked for Marjorie Taylor Greene? Anybody? Milo Yiannopoulos, another homosexual, Zionist, fake Christian. That's his guy. So he claims to be a hardcore Roman Catholic, anti-Zionist. Then why are his guys hardcore Zionists? He also worked with Laura Loomer. Larry Loomer is his real name. Because I'm pretty sure he's a troon. I mean, just look at him and you can see that. And she's like a hardcore Zionist. Or he, excuse me. I'll show you guys for those who aren't familiar. Oh, my internet's really slow. That storm must be causing some problems. Yeah, here's this creature. Ugh. Oy. Oy vey. It's horrifying. It's like a horror movie character.
Me and you know, and you worked with Blumenthal on that article, but you called me on the phone and we talked.
I
and
mean,
we
I
settled
was
it.
like, what, from my perspective, I mean, this is all so stupid and inside baseball and whatever, but for the record, I was like, first of all, who is this kid? I'm working at Fox News. I'm aware there's an internet, but I'm more out of it than you may appreciate. And I'm like,
Nah, son.
they're attacking this one. I had Joe Kent here to my house and did this interview with him, and I'm always in search of a sincere politician. Don't have to agree on everything, but I really believe sincerity is the whole game. If someone's heart is pure, he will be brave. I always have thought that, and it's turned out to be true. Marjorie's a perfect example. And that's all that matters. If you're afraid inside, if you're weak inside, you will crumble when it matters. So I really felt like, wow, Joe, don't agree with him on everything, of course, but I was like, this guy is really sincere. He's like a good person. And then you show up and you're like, he's a CIA officer, and I mean, he was a CIA contractor, but like really like crush the guy. And it's like, why of all people?
Why would you call him a
90% of
CIA
stuff.
officer? He is a CIA officer. Holy moly.
You know, that was my view. And I was
Right.
like, well, clearly This kid's a Fed.
Right. But you didn't know the whole story.
I didn't. You're absolutely right.
And look, and now that, and I want to be, I'm not trying to be combative. I think that.
Go ahead. You're not going to hurt my feelings.
No, I mean, here's what I'm trying to say is now that Marjorie is pushing in the right direction, I absolutely support everything she's saying. And I've not been critical of her at all this year.
Yeah.
Because I think that what she's doing is extremely courageous. And I think you're right. She is sincere.
So it sounds like you're, not to put words in your mouth, but
I don't think any congressmen or senators are sincere. Not a single fucking one.
Just your life experience has left you so stung by the Republican establishment. You don't trust anybody, it sounds like.
Well, no, I mean, these people attacked me when the rules were different, and now they got better, and now I'm good with them. I mean, I'm willing to be good with them, but I think that I don't know if Marjorie still has a problem with me or not.
I don't know. I do know, though, and this is the last criticism I will level, and it's maybe not even your fault, but I do know that, the coordinated attacks against totally reasonable questions about what's in America's interest and what's not, those are all coordinated by the Israeli government. It's all come to light now. And they're against me. I've always thought I have the world's most moderate position on Israel. Don't hate Israel. Just don't want to get involved in their wars, don't want to pay for this, don't want to pay for abortion on demand in a foreign country, sorry. When we're cutting food stamps on our own, that's outrageous. It's not America first. That's my view. Not embarrassed of it at all. They are totally determined to take me out, I think because I'm reasonable. Who would disagree with that? And call me all these names, the most dangerous anti-Semite, when I'm not even an anti-Semite. And they're not doing that to you. Because, this is my view.
Because he's a Fed.
It's not necessarily your fault. But Fuentes discredits the reasonable people because he's always banging on about the Jews. And so he makes everyone else look like a Nazi. And so it's like he's playing a pretty valuable role in the same way that Israel has always funded extremism throughout the Middle East, including Hamas, because it discredits the reasonable people. That's a fact.
Yeah. I would just say I disagree. I mean, because you said the other day, they like me. I don't know what you're talking about when you say that because
I don't know.
Let me just kind of rebut that.
Well, by the way, I'm not saying you have anything to do with this. I'm just saying I've noticed the phenomenon.
Totally. And I just reject that because they have been messing with me for my entire adult life. I mean,
the ADL.
I'm sure they do love him. It gives them a boogeyman. Say, look how anti-Semitic everyone is.
The ADL got me banned on YouTube. The SPLC posted my house on their website.
What do you mean posted your house?
They posted a photo of my house on their website.
How can they do that?
I guess that's a free speech thing.
The SPLC posted a picture of your house on their website?
Yes.
When?
In 2022.
Actually?
Yes, they wrote an article. They said Nick Fuentes bought a building in this city. And they said we interviewed his neighbors and property records reveal this and that. And on the front page, the picture for the article is my house where I live.
That's crazy. And then someone showed up with a gun and tried to kill you at that house?
Yes.
Lots of lag now. Uh-oh. That's not good. Might have to end the stream. Yeah, I'm getting laggy. The video won't start. Oh, there we go.
So I would give them all this and say, yeah, that's not adding up. And they would say, yeah, well, you really just can't talk about that.
Your friend said that to you?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so what happened to your job? The Right Side Broadcasting gig?
Eventually I got fired. I got kicked out.
Why?
Because one of these...
Well, might have to try again tomorrow if it's lagging. I think that storm's probably affecting it. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry for the lag. I'll try to stream tomorrow for you. Have a good night.